Imagine a referee so corrupt that entire matches were secretly decided before the first whistle blew. Now imagine that these games weren't just friendlies but crucial matches in Brazil's biggest football league. And it got so serious, so deeply rooted, that FIFA itself threatened to suspend Brazil from international football. Yes, Brazil, the country of Pelé, Neymar, Ronaldinho, almost erased from the World Cup. This is the forgotten scandal that shook the nation, and you're about to understand why it nearly destroyed the soul of Brazilian football. The year was 2005. The Campeonato Brasileiro was in full swing. The stadiums were packed, the rivalries were fierce, and the league was tighter than ever. But behind the scenes, there was rot. Meet Edilson Pereira de Carvalho, FIFA-accredited referee, supposedly neutral, supposedly honest. But off the pitch, Edilson was drowning in gambling debt. And that's when the call came. An illegal betting ring offered him a lifeline: throw a few matches and clear your debts. Just like that, Brazil's football integrity was put on sale. At first it was subtle, a penalty here, a red card there. But as money kept flowing, the manipulation became blatant. Yellow cards with no fouls, goals disallowed, rundrend lab brots, rundrend van Brazil's way to 9, in semprondeden wedtijdspritsluisbekeniden. For no reason. Fans didn't know it, but some matches were no longer real competition. They were theatre, fixed plays in a fixed game. The scheme was called Operação Gol de Placa, and it unraveled almost by accident. A journalist received a tip. A game seemed off. He looked deeper, rewatched tapes, interviewed insiders, and the deeper he dug, the more horrifying it became. In total, 11 matches in the Serie A, Brazil's top division, had been manipulated by Edilson. But here's the bombshell. Some of those matches had already determined league standings, championship spots, relegation, qualification for international tournaments. Everything tainted. The Brazilian Football Confederation, CBF, panicked. What should they do? Cancel matches, replay games, punish teams? Meanwhile, FIFA, the guardian of global football, stepped in. They issued a chilling warning: if Brazil didn't clean up the mess, they'd be banned from international football. That included the World Cup. In a country where football is a religion, that warning hit like a bomb. A ban meant no seleção, no yellow jersey, no World Cup. The media exploded. Headlines read like obituaries: the death of Brazilian football, shame on the pitch, from samba to scandal. Astonished, in a desperate move, the CBF ordered the replaying of the 11 fixed matches. But how do you restart a league mid-season? How do you erase goals, victories and heartbreaks that already happened? For some clubs it was a lifeline, for others a death sentence. The chaos broke locker rooms, destroyed careers. Some players were wrongly blamed, others disappeared from the sport entirely. Edilson, he was arrested, banned for life, but the damage was already done. In the end, Brazil avoided FIFA's ban. The World Cup team was spared. The league continued. But something changed. The fans, they never looked at referees the same again. The players, they learned that even their sweat could be made meaningless by one corrupt whistle. And Edilson, he became a symbol, a lesson, that even in the most sacred fields, greed can grow. So the next time you see a missed call, a suspicious goal, just remember, Brazil almost lost its place in football history, not for lack of talent, but because of a single man and a game rigged in silence. If you want to uncover more stories that the world tried to bury, subscribe now and watch the next video on Hidden Truths of Sports, because behind every victory, there might be a truth they didn't want you to see.